Hey, this is Anney.
And Samantha.
And welcome to Stuff I Never Told You, a production of iHeartRadio.
And today is April 1st, 2025. We will not do April Fool's nothing because we don't like it, A, and it's already been... Everything's a joke anyways. Nothing seems real. So does it really matter? No. But it is April 1st, just in case you would need to know. And yesterday was Trans Day of Visibility. So to our trans sisters and brothers and non-binary folk, we love you and we see you. And with that, we wanted to take some time to celebrate a trans activist who has been doing amazing work. And today we're talking about Lee Gordon, who goes by they, them. So just as a reminder, Gordon is a queer activist and organizer who has been hard at work advocating for their community and people. Here's a bit from their interview with boldjourney.com about themselves. And they say, I am disabled, queer, non-binary, trans, black femme, Pan-African, LGBTQ+, liberation activist, scholar, and community organizer. I dream of a liberated, loving, and resourced world for all people. I'm also national head of Justice with Queer Youth Assembly, a Freedom from Fear fellow with Southerners on New Ground, a national board member of Queer Trans Project, and a steering committee member of Black Feminist Futures Political Hive. And they continue, I have worked with organizations such as the Black Feminist Collective, GLAAD, and the National Black Women's Justice Initiative to fight for decolonization and queer of color rights as focus group facilitator, organizer, and community care practitioner. I am also co-author of a higher educational anthology on how Black femmes may navigate spaces and secure communal power in academia to pursue their doctorates and engage in the social justice struggle. And from their LinkedIn, they write, Lee Gordon, they, them, is a Black LGBTQ+ community organizer, activist, Black feminist researcher, and criminal justice reform advocate who has worked extensively with national nonprofits such as Queer Youth Assembly, Southerners on New Ground, and Black Feminist Future. They hope to pursue a career in activist scholarship, focusing on civil rights, community care, Black LGBTQ+ activism, and grassroots organizing in the South. Lee is also an undergraduate at Harvard College and plans to jointly concentrate in sociology and statistics, focusing on environmental racism and healing justice in disrupting the medical industry complex. So a lot of goals. They have a lot of goals. Intimidating amount of goals to the fact that they're already doing so much at the very young age of, I believe, like 2021. So they have accomplished a lot already and are just skyrocketing in all of the things that they wish to do. Amazing. Like, it makes me tired and anxious. Amazing stuff, though. So they are the head of racial justice for Queer Youth Assembly, or QYA, and has been there since 2023. And just a little bit about Queer Youth Assembly. Here's something from their site, queeryouth.assembly.org. Quote, Queer Youth Assembly, QYA, is a 501c3 nonprofit organization founded in August 2021 to help uplift queer youth voices across the country. We strive to provide a safe space for creative activism for the community. Since our start, we have created waves nationwide during walkout marches, such as our National March for Queer and Trans Youth Autonomy in March 2023, protests, and a variety of ongoing initiatives. And in their section about us, they go on saying, our goal is to foster a queer youth movement across the United States. We envision a world where all are given safety, autonomy, joy, and the ability to reach their fullest potential. Through events, projects, community collaboration, resources, professional development, artistic endeavors, and much more, our mission is to create an inclusive and transformative world for queer youth. Just reading things like that, I don't understand how people think like communities like this is about trying to make everyone something else or doing something against somebody else's will. I'm just the constant argument about people saying things like, I wish they wouldn't do this. I wish they would force this on us. It just literally says we want autonomy.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, okay, moving on. Every time. Anyway. And Gordon's work with QIA and others have been part of the reason many celebrate their advocacy. They were featured in the 2023 as one of GLAAD 20 Under 20. And here's what GLAAD wrote in their feature about Gordon. Just like Lee Gordon pays respect to her, quote, queer and trans Black foremothers who fought and died so that she could be free, someday future generations of LGBTQ kids will say the same for her. A researcher, grassroots organizer, behavioral scientist, and the current head of racial justice at Queer Youth Assembly, Gordon has already forged a way forward for LGBTQ people and Black people through her advocacy. Gordon's legacy spans many mediums and movements, but research is her superpower. A student organizer at Harvard focused on statistics and African American studies, Gordon established the first chapter-wide Trans Plus anti-discrimination standard for Friendship Public Charter School, a 15-campus academic body in Washington, D.C. Gordon is also credited as an author in Black Women Navigating the Doctoral Journey, a comprehensive guide providing insight on mentorship, ways to combat the systemic racism that alienates Black women, and paths for success at a crucial early stage of their careers. And in the interview with Bold Journey, they were asked advice for others seeking success, and Gordon replied this way: "For those who wish to develop their activist toolset, I would highly encourage you to look for value-aligned organizations hosting remote workshops and teach-ins. There are several groups that do work in climate, racial, LGBTQ+, and abolition justice that curate open town halls to discuss the current political landscape. Attending these events has allowed me to continue informing my own political beliefs. I have also met so many incredible people from these sessions. They really allow you to witness how beautiful the organizing community can be and how we can sustainably evolve." So that's just a bit from what they have been doing. Obviously, there's so much more they do. They were featured on a podcast episode with Angelica Ross. No Opportunity Wasted is what the podcast is called. And they talk about power of collective action and community care. Again, we're talking about people who are doing so much work when it comes to communities and advocacy work. And right now is the time, obviously. I mean, anytime, but we're seeing it on a whole, what collectivism looks like when it comes to working in protest against illegal things, as well as very inhumane things, such as taking rights away from trans people. So they have talked a lot about what they're doing, these type of organizations. You know, we loved highlighting these organizations and the work that they do. So we definitely had to feature a little bit about them as well. And just love watching people like Lee doing such amazing work, being so young and still fighting and having all of these amazing goals and dreams that we know will be accomplished.
And are incredibly important. So yes, listeners, as always, let us know if you have any suggestions for this segment. You can email us at hello@stuffmomnevertoldyou.com. You can find us on Blue Sky at Mom Stuff Podcast or on Instagram and TikTok at Stuff Never Told You. We're also on YouTube. We have a TeePublic store and we have a book you can get wherever you get your books. Thanks as always to our super producer Christina, our executive producer Maya, and our contributor Joey.
Thank you.
And thanks to you for listening. Stuff Mom Never Told You is a production of iHeartRadio. For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, you can check out the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to your favorite shows.